Okay, good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so this is Unit 8. I'll be discussing today. So Monday, there will be class Monday on Monday. That will be Unit 9, and next Saturday will be Unit 10. Correct. So by next Saturday, we'll complete. So, and most probably on that day itself, Saturday, I'll upload the rest of the assignments. Okay, so when is your exam? 13th of December, someone is saying. Is it so? Someone said something, but not audible. Okay.
The
No,
13th December.
exactly. I was okay. So we need to finish quickly. Okay. So as I said, we'll discuss Unit 8, that is corporate social responsibility. I assume you must have heard about this corporate social responsibility. In case you haven't heard about this, no issues. No issues. Corporate social responsibility, very shortly referred to as CSR, correct? And it has become a buzzword these days, corporate social responsibility. So let's start. And the first and foremost question is, as I asked you, what is corporate social responsibility? And very simply, it has been put forth here. Corporate social responsibility is a term used to describe a company's effort to improve society in some way. These efforts can range from donating money to non-profits to implementing environmentally friendly policies in the workplace. So, what is corporate social responsibility? Apart from the normal course of action for a company, correct? And what is the normal course of action for a company? Depends on its uh, core competencies. For example, a manufacturing company, its primary job is to manufacture and sell, correct? But CSR deviates from that normal job of a company. And in what way these companies or these organizations can contribute to the society is called as corporate social responsibility. These corporates, you see, if we'll go by the term corporate social responsibility, it is how the corporates are trying to be socially responsible. And that may mean many things. We'll discuss those. And it cites here also, these efforts can range from donating money to non-profits to implementing environmentally friendly policies in the workplace. So very recent example, that is why I'll first give you that, then I'll proceed. Like you must have observed a lot of corporate social responsibility these days in this pandemic time. You must have found many companies, many corporate houses have donated medical equipments, be it masks or sanitizers or even food, correct, to the people of India, correct, especially to the poor ones. So that is a part of the corporate social responsibility. That is an example of corporate social responsibility. Another example just strikes to my mind just now. You must have seen, like, there are plenty of example. The one I just found is you must have seen. I have seen. I don't know whether you have seen it or not. State Bank of India. State Bank of India. You must have seen at various places they have installed drinking water facilities. Correct. So that is a part of corporate social responsibility. Correct. Because SBI is a bank that should be primarily concerned with banking operations, but as a measure of corporate social responsibility, they also do these things, these sort of things, correct? So corporations by the sheer size affect their local, regional, and national and global communities. Creating a positive impact in these communities may mean providing jobs, strengthening economies, or driving innovations. Negative impacts may include doing damage to the environment, forcing the exit of smaller competitors, and offering poor customer service, to name a few. So, a company, due to its operations, can affect the society or the environment both ways. Correct. That's what this paragraph mentions. So, and especially the negative impacts are environmental damages. You know that better than me. Another can be forcing the exit of smaller competitors due to the fact that big companies are coming. So that is creating a problem for smaller companies, existential crisis, you can say, and offering poor customer service. Correct. Some companies also offer poor customer service. In recent years, many organizations have embraced corporate social responsibility, a philosophy in which companies' expected actions include not only producing a reliable product, charging a fair price with fair profit margins, and paying a fair wage to employees, but also caring for the environment and acting on other social concerns. As I said, since these concept corporate social responsibility is getting popular these days, that is why companies in recent years, apart from doing the normal jobs, what are the normal jobs? As it mentions here, producing a reliable product, charging a fair price with a fair profit margin, paying good wages to the employees. So apart from doing all these things, they're also taking special care of the environment, and they're also acting for other social concerns. Okay, so that point it makes. What does CSR impact? What does corporate social responsibility impact? CSR impacts companies. In one word, I can say CSR impacts all the stakeholders. And who are the stakeholders? Almost everyone. If you think in broad sense, you'll find that stakeholders of a company are almost everyone. Correct. Companies, non-profits, employees alike. Non-profits here means the people who are not related to the company. So corporate social responsibility is not a mandated practice. Instead, it is something extra that companies do to improve their local and global communities. This is important to know. Now, if you think CSR is perhaps a mandatory practice, like there is a norm that all the companies must have some CSR. No, it is not a mandated practice, but this is something extra these companies are doing. This is something extra. That means this is optional. This is optional. This is discretionary, but that is getting more and more popularity, and more companies are discharging their corporate social responsibility in one way or the other. We'll soon find some examples of corporate social responsibility. What companies are doing what? What is the purpose of corporate social responsibility? The purpose of corporate social responsibility is to give back to the community, take part in philanthropic cause, and provide positive social value. So what is the purpose? Is to, companies, if you think of companies, they take back a lot of things from the community. And the straightforward thing is the consumers. There are many customers who are buying the product of the company. Correct. So it's taking out from the community. So now it's time to, when it comes to corporate social responsibility, it's time to give it back to the community. Take part in philanthropic cause. What does it mean by philanthropic? Philanthropic is social work. So companies are also taking part in different social causes. Correct. We'll soon find out. We'll soon find out what are those philanthropic causes, and provide positive social value. Businesses are increasingly turning into CSR to make a difference and build a positive brand around their company. So you see another purpose, which is hidden, which is not very obvious, is why companies are showing more and more interest on this corporate social responsibility, because thereby they want to build a positive brand value for their own. Correct. Okay, people will not think that we are only concerned with our business, we are only concerned with the profit. People also must know that we are working for other social causes, like I just mentioned. We have also worked for COVID-19 pandemic. So that creates a positive brand value. Correct. So that is, which is good for any company. Now, so far as CSR is concerned, this corporate social responsibility is concerned, broadly speaking, there are 4 types of corporate social responsibility. And what are those? So a company can contribute in CSR in different ways, and four major ways are environmental efforts. Environmental efforts, as I said just a few minutes before, companies are, putting more and more emphasis on taking care of the environment because they are themselves harming the environment. So that is why, and you know that better than me, this global warming, this what is happening in Delhi these days, air pollution, all these things. So companies, as part of their CSR activities, they're doing more and they're trying to at least do more and more for the environment. One primary focus of CSR is the environment. Business, regardless of its size, has large carbon footprints. That's what they're emitting lots of carbon dioxide to the environment. Any steps a company can take to reduce its footprint is considered good for both the company and the society. So companies are doing every bit these days to reduce the emissions, So that is one of the four ways, environmental efforts. Philanthropy, as I said, social work. Businesses can, another way companies can contribute. Businesses can practice social responsibility by donating money. It may mean donating money to the needy, products or services to social cause and non-profits. It can mean donating money. It can mean donating goods or services. Large companies tend to have plentiful resources that can benefit charities and local community programs. Large companies, they do lots of charities. However, a small business, your effort can make a big difference. If there is a specific charity or program you have in mind, reach out to the organization and ask them about the specific needs and whether donating money. Okay, so you understood philanthropy, doing a lot for the society. Apart from doing something for the environment, you can do something for the social cause. I just mentioned the example of COVID-19 pandemic. Similarly, there can be other social causes as well. And some companies are doing philanthropy activities as well. So this is the second. The third is ethical labor practices. Ethical labor practices. This is a perennial complaint by many employees that our company is not treating us well. Correct. Labor do not consider labor to be the way we usually think of labor. Labor can be anyone who discharges some kind of services. Correct. So as I said, many companies are notorious for having very bad practices for labor. They are not paying adequately to the labor, or they are the kind of environment they provide to the labor are not very congenial, not very healthy. So, and there are so many other issues related to employment. Correct. So one of the another measures, so far as CSR is concerned, is to bring in ethical labor practices. By treating employees fairly and ethically, companies can demonstrate CSR. This is especially true of businesses that operate in international locations with labor laws, okay, that differ from those in United States. So especially you'll find labor issues when a labor of one nation is working in different other countries, especially that point of time, all these issues crop up. Correct. Like the issues I just mentioned. So now companies are doing the best to bring in ethical labor practices. So another CSR activity. Volunteering, correct? You know the meaning volunteering? Participating in local causes or volunteering your time or your staff's time in community events says a lot about your company's sincerity. So they can volunteer, they can themselves take so much interest in other social causes, local causes. By doing good deeds without expecting anything in return, companies can express their concern for specific issues and social causes. So obviously, CSR is a non-profit activity that you must understand. So obviously, they don't expect anything, rather they try to do something for the society by volunteering in different local causes. Okay, so this is in brief, the CSR, that is corporate social responsibility, and these are the 4 ways usually companies take part in different corporate social responsibilities. Now, as I mentioned, few examples of CSR demonstrated by various companies, and we have 6 examples here. We have 6 examples. One, I don't know about this company. You may not be knowing, but this is a toy manufacturer from based in US, Lego, named as Lego. Let's see what does it do so far as CSR is concerned. The toy company has invested millions of dollars into addressing climate change and reducing waste. So this company Lego is a toy manufacturer, and they're investing a lot of money in addressing climate change and reducing waste. Correct. See, so their efforts are more towards the environment. Okay. So they're doing a lot for the climate change and reducing waste. They're trying to reduce the waste, which can have hazardous impact on the environment. Lego's environmentally conscious efforts include reduced packaging, using sustainable materials, and investing in alternative energy. So these are the efforts they're taking to reduce the environmental degradation. That includes reduced packaging. So they're doing something in packaging which reduces the packaging cost, using sustainable materials. The materials, perhaps what I understand from this, using sustainable materials. They're using, for example, renewable energies, or materials that are easily degradable. Correct. But why all the hue and cry over this polythene use? Because they're not degradable. So, but Lego is trying its best to use sustainable materials and investing in alternative energy. So they're trying to divert from traditional sources of energy, and they're investing in alternative energy. That may mean solar energy or other energies sources, so which reduces emission. So this is what Lego is doing. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So another company whose name is Tom's, again another US based company. Tom's donates 1/3 of its net profits to various charities that support physical and mental health, as well as educational opportunities. So here is a company, and Tom's, it donates close to 33% of the total profit for various charities that support physical and mental health. So they're doing it for the society in terms of health and providing educational opportunities also. As of 1st of April 2020, the brand is directing all charitable donations to Tom's COVID-19 Global Giving Fund. Correct? So since that pandemic came, now Tom's company, this company has directed all the donations now into fighting COVID-19 pandemic. So this is what this company Tom's is involved. This is how the company Tom's is involved in corporate social responsibility, Tom's. And this is a company which needs no introduction, Johnson and Johnson. The brand focuses on reducing its environmental impact by investing in various alternative energy sources. Johnson and Johnson, we all know, it's a pharmaceutical company, and how they are contributing, they are investing in various alternative energy sources, like as I mentioned, can be solar energy or other energy source. Globally, Johnson and Johnson also works to provide clean, safe water to community. That's what I mentioned about State Bank of India, because I had seen that even Johnson and Johnson, they are also involved in these kind of activities, providing clean and safe water to communities. Johnson and Johnson, CSR, corporate social responsibility of Johnson and Johnson. Starbucks, I guess Starbucks, is it in Bhubaneswar? Starbucks, have you seen? I guess yes. I guess maybe recently they have opened a store, coffee shop.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So Starbucks, the global coffee chain, has implemented a socially responsible hiring process to diversify their workforce. Okay, so they are doing something regarding the recruitment process, hiring process. Their efforts are focused on hiring more veterans, young people looking to start their careers, and refugees. You see, this is a very unique initiative by Starbucks, and how they're discharging their corporate social responsibilities, because they're hiring more veterans. Veterans means more or less you can say experienced people, old people, correct? Which like uh, no other companies, like if we'll talk in general, they're usually less preferred. They're usually less preferred, veterans, and young people who do not have experience also looking to start their careers, refugees, people who take shelter in other countries. So Starbucks is doing a unique effort by providing jobs to these people, correct? Hiring veterans, young people without any experience, and even refugees, correct? So they are discharging their social responsibility this way in the process of their recruitment. And number 5 is Google has demonstrated its commitment to the environment by investing in renewable energy sources and sustainable offices. So same about Google. They are also investing in renewable energy sources and sustainable offices. I don't know what is the meaning of sustainable office here, but that may mean that something which is less pollutant, you can say. Maybe in offices, or from offices also, there will be lots of emissions, or they are using sustainable materials in office. Correct. So it may mean many things, but this is what Google is doing. The company CEO Sundar Pichai is also uh, known to take stands on certain issues. So we all know this person Sundar Pichai, and he is known for taking a stand on different social issues. So this is how Google is discharging its corporate social responsibility. This company again is very popular these days. If it was not so popular before, but certainly this is popular in the last 2 years because of the vaccine, Pfizer. Pfizer, again, it's a US based company, Pfizer, pharmaceutical company, and its focus is on corporate citizenship, is reflected in its healthcare initiative. Some of the company's initiative include spreading awareness about the non-infectious diseases and providing accessible health service to women and children in need. So what does this pharmaceutical giant does? It is spreading awareness about different non-infectious diseases. It is spreading awareness about different non-infectious diseases and providing health service to needy women and children. Correct. So this is what Pfizer is doing. So this is in brief some of the social responsibility acts or social responsibilities discharged by some of the companies. Correct. So thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.